chao, ¿cómo andás? Todos saludan igual. Hola, chao, ¿cómo te va? ¿A quién le puede importar? Si reís o llorar no te puede hacer mal, nada de esto te va a afectar. Y decís que sentís todo lo que pasó, las palabras que todos usan. Buenos amigos para el tour, psicodelia y glamour. Buenos amigos para el tour. Buenos amigos para el tour, psicodelia y glamour. Buenos amigos para el tour. Hola, chao, ¿cómo andás? Todos saludan igual. Hola, chao, ¿cómo te va? ¿A quién le puede importar? Y es verdad que a sentir no se puede pensar, nada de esto se va a evitar. Más sensual es mirar o lo que imaginas, las fantasías no tienen final, o sí. Buenos amigos para el tour, psicodelia y glamour. Buenos amigos para el tour. Buenos amigos para el tour, psicodelia y glamour. Buenos amigos para el tour.
Hola, hola. We are back. Oh, sorry. It's been a while since I found speaking English because I have a connection Sideshow Alpha now, and I can speak Spanish again. So I'm not practicing. I'm not practicing my English.
Buenos amigos para el tour, psicodelia y glamour. Buenos amigos para el tour.
¿Por qué está saliendo el audio? ¿Está saliendo el audio? No.
Buenos amigos para el tour, psicodelia y glamour. Buenos amigos para el tour.
Acá. Pero está muteado. Dice mute. Silenciar, dice. No podíamos empezar, ¿no?
No podíamos arrancar de otra manera.
Está en
Con
mute.
alguna.
Decía mute, ¿entendés?
Apareció Laura ahí por la ventana y tipo. Y Mati también mandó mensajes.
Estaba practicando de que hace mucho que no hablo inglés, entonces digo,
Claro,
bueno, no,
está muy bien,
gente.
está muy bien. Very good, very good. Vamos a.
Sorry, guys. I'm so
Sí,
sorry.
sí.
Let's edit this part, please.
Esta es la tercera temporada y vamos a hacer un
Qué
pequeño
mal,
saludo. We are going to make a just small opening for all our Spanish
Yes.
speakers. The first part of this live streaming is going to be in English because we're going to be talking about this piece, this Sideshow Magneto premium format. So, yeah, just in a couple minutes. But now,
Yes.
because it's the first appearance since a
It's our
couple
season 3. Season 3.
Season 3,
It's the
yeah,
start
but-
of the long-awaited season 3.
Exactamente.
Exactly.
We speak many languages here.
In Brazilian now.
Portuguese. I think we speak in, I don't know how many languages, like 3, 4, 5, except in Spanish.
Yeah.
We do all different languages. Like
Yes.
exactly. Por supuesto. Obrigado.
Por supuesto. Well,
gracias a todos. Hemos vuelto.
Everyone.
We are back.
We are back as always with some technical issues at the start of the live streaming. I will. Well, are we going to say hi in Spanish to our beloved audience too?
Yes, por supuesto.
Okay. Bienvenidos y bienvenidas, gente querida. ¿Cómo están? Tanto tiempo.
Primero principal, bienvenido amigazo. Welcome, my friend.
Welcome, amigo. Lo mismo.
Que
acá estamos.
Italian too. Mira, acá está Andrea Marchetta también. Andrea Marchetta, Italian too. He's saying Italian too. Por supuesto. Because speak Italiano. He's speaking in Italian.
Parlo italiano.
Parlo. I'm saying speaking too, so people can understand what I'm saying. Pero bienvenidos, welcome, thank you for joining us tonight. Is the first episode of the season number 3. This is like a TV show.
That's right.
Without actors.
Somehow.
Something like that. We are happy, and because today we have some very nice cool to show you about Magneto, but other stuff as well. But again, gracias amigos, thank you, gracias a todos por estar presentes. Hace rato no nos vemos y va a costar un poquito arrancar y que las redes sociales nos pongan de vuelta ahí delante de sus narices para que nos vean, porque te castiga. Social media just punish you if you don't, do often these things, live streamings. Yeah. And we have to stop for a couple months, maybe a couple of weeks now. It was more months.
No, months.
2 or 3 months.
Were months. Yeah, since March, after the Dynafest.
Since March. Yes, sir. But we're going to start. So we're going to do is we're going to split the live streaming in 2 parts. The first hour is going to be in English, or at least till we just finish with Magneto stuff, for collectors, because this morning I had a great conversation with my dear friend and his wife, Gem Knight, on his channel. The morning, he's in Indiana, so he is just an hour before us. Was ahead. I think it was before. So in the morning he has these morning shows. I think weekly. I don't know if every single day, but it was a nice show, just very casual. We have a conversation, and we ask to all our friends, collector friends, to join us tonight. I mean, right now, so you can enjoy some of the. I don't know if you will enjoy, but at least you will hear. You will listen us talking about Magneto and some other stuff as well. So. Clau, I think we can start.
Yeah, we can start.
We can start. And if you have any question, please, in Spanish, in Español, in French, in Italian.
I'm going to translate you like ChatGPT.
We have incorporated ChatGPT. I think it's the best way to start showing one cool.
Maybe I can. I forgot about the functionality of showing messages during the live streaming. So sorry, guys. We are just warming up. I will be highlighting your messages. Voy a estar mostrando sus mensajitos con preguntas, con saludos, and whatever you want to say. Of course, you need to be polite. And you need to behave. We have
behave, especially Latin American audience,
Yes. Yeah.
everyone. So
Yeah.
we're going to start saying hello to some of the folks here, like from every part of the world, because we have friends from the United States and other parts of the country, the different continents. Like for example, we said Andrea Marqueta from Italy. So Andrea, how's it going? Matute Barreto from here, from Argentina. I think I saw Marcos from Collector Zone, my friend. How's it going, brother? It was a great show you just did on the StatueCon. It was so cool to be there with the entire family, entire Sideshow, not the entire Sideshow crew, but some of the Sideshow crew, part of the Sideshow crew. It was a beautiful, beautiful place, the one you have with all this amount of statues and collectors were there. Some of the live, not live, the YouTubers of this community were there doing some live streaming. So they was so fun. I think I saw Crippler here, one of my friends I met there in the.
Yeah. Here. I'm
Is it
here to
here?
watch Daniel cook.
How's it
It's
going, brother?
like making
Yeah,
how do you say that pastry, that pastry that is like for those special desserts you that you see
in Spanish.
es como esos postres especiales que ves ahí tipo en Insta de
Special
esa,
dessert.
sí,
No,
esa pastelería, viste, premium. Bueno,
it's a premium dessert. Gemini
well, let's
Collectibles, hey
continue.
brother, you are here too. So it's a big pleasure to have you here, guys. Thank you for your support. It's so important for us as an artist, but as a part of Sideshow as well. Because we are talking about statues and the things we love, the things we have passion for it. So thank you for your support. I think we all are nerds and we love this world. And I think sharing our thoughts and opinions and all that stuff it helps us a lot to keep growing and enjoying this as much as we do. So, guys, we have Enzo, we have Lautaro, tenemos a ¿quién más? Who else? Who else? Matías, Andrés, bueno, hay un montón de gente. Lots
Yeah,
of
yeah. We are about 100 people live now, so it's a lot of people.
a lot of people here. John Navar, hey Jonah, how's it going, my amigo? ¿Cómo estás? Darío
Our friend
Santiago, tenemos
Mati Cabrera is here too.
hey, Edwin Diaz, is a huge friend. We have I think I signed it. Yeah, I think I signed your base. I think it was Silver Surfer. I can't remember at Collector Zone StatueCon. So it was awesome. Crippler, yeah. And we tenemos a Sebastián Cripa, amigo, ¿cómo estás, Sebas? ¿Todo bien de acá de Argentina? Gonzalo Di Paola, Ale Zombie. Daniel, Ale Zombie said, Daniel sounds bored when he's speaking in English. Why? I can't. I'm doing my
Thanks for the
best.
compliment.
I'm doing my best. Like,
Thanks for your compliment.
yeah.
My friend.
It's an interesting observation. I would try to sound more happier.
You need to cheer up, my friend. Sorry. Sorry
Está
about
bien,
that.
está bien. Se hizo esperar la tercera temporada, dicen acá, así que yes. Thank you. Gracias a todos por el apoyo. Y vamos a empezar. Quiero let me start with something so we can just break the ice with this. Because people at Sideshow, the media team, they did this amazing freaking video about the Magneto, and I would like to show you.
Awesome.
I'm sure you saw it. You already watched it, but let's do it again. So let me play it for you guys.
Congrats,
man.
my friend.
The first time I thank you, brother.
Hey, everyone.
There you go. So the first time I saw that video, it was, I think it was a couple days before before SideshowCon, and I don't know if you can say this, but some people and some people were complaining about the lady crest, that it was a different color on the helmet, and we already had the video, right? Some people say that crest should be red, and I think we put it in magenta, or purple. I don't know what the color is. And then it said, but we have all the photos, all the video is everywhere. So, and the guy said, this is something that people really wanted. I think so. Yeah. So maybe we should change it. But what about all the videos we have? So in just a couple of minutes before the launch, all the team from media and photography, they changed the color of the crest, and we made all those last minute changes, and it looks awesome. I think people, I don't know, it's just you don't know this, but now you know.
That's pretty cool because
Yeah,
you
it's
listen.
pretty good.
Yeah, you listen to the audience and
We
the
always
suggestions.
Yeah, exactly, dude. We are listening, so that's why I'm saying, if you have suggestions, if you have questions, if you have everything, like whatever you want to say to us, it is always going to be really very welcome, because we love what we do, and we want to bring the best for you guys. So this is why. So first of all, let me show you a couple of pictures that I'm probably you saw this, because they released these a couple days ago. So nothing new, but I really want to just give a quick look for those who haven't seen it. And this crest, I'm talking about this little crest. It was purple, so we changed it in order to match more the concept, but not the concept, the comics. And one funny thing is, it depends of the color inker or the color pencil artist is going to be or red or purple. So, but I mean, if you take a look to the majority of the comics out there, is going to be red. But actually, you don't know exactly what color is, 100% sure. But I mean, the average color is red, so we put it red again. So that was cool. But one thing you haven't seen it are these renders, the ZBrush renders, the ZBrush gray renders, that I think people like it, and I like them a lot. And I'm going to be showing you guys the 3D file as well. But yeah, maybe we can, at the moment, we can take a look at this while we are talking about some of the insights in terms of the creative process. And if you have any questions, please just let us know through the comment section, right? So, and I'm going to also let me put a link of the statue, because if you want to buy it, you can
We
do
need
it
to
through that
sell. We
link.
need to
Yeah,
sell, guys.
yeah, of course. We
Time
need
to
to
sell this statue.
we need to eat every single month. So please, guys, buy statues. it's a, it's how I feed my family. So keep buying. um, okay, guys. So let me first give you a quick look of these great renders. These are ZBrush renders. So I haven't changed anything from what you saw from the photos and the actual piece, and these renders are the latest piece. So everything you see here, it is exactly the same you're going to get in your house. Of course, these are ZBrush renders. So renders taken from the 3D software. But I think it is nice. I think it's cool. Yeah, I think for some views, I think I turn off the cape, so you can see the back, all the work on the muscle striations, and as you can notice, this dude is pretty jacked. It's huge, because he's comic related, like it's a Jim Lee version, really Jim Lee style. Let's say I think it's a classic version. No, I think not. I'm 100% sure it is the classic version that we all love. At least is the version we decided to do, because we already did in the past a couple of years ago the one William Harbottle, our dear friend, did. It was more realistic, I think, and he also had fabric cape, different base. It was cool. It was really nice piece. So I think it was time to make more, let's say, a comic Magneto. But what are you doing? We just lost. We lost one guy. We're back again. We're back again. Hey, Fatal, the collector. What's up, everyone? Love these sculpts. No, I have to find a room for the OG because this one is coming home. There you go, brother. And I see you tonight after our show here. I'm jumping to another live streaming, so it's going to be fun because Anthony Mestats, I think, is going to be there too. So if you want, just after this live streaming, I think it's an hour after we finish. I can remember. Yes, and we're going to participating on this other live stream. It's going to be super fun. Clau, if you see any questions or whatever, just
no,
just
I haven't really nice comments from, for example, from Crippler. He says really
oh,
loving Sideshow's communication.
yes, sir.
So we are
So you love
working
us.
hard.
You love us. Are you saying you love us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. We are the instrument of communication, of that communication. No, many special comments like Ultimate Comics book version, the flow of the cape is fantastic. The Gonzalo Di Paolo, Andre Marqueta says the ZBrush renders are so cool. Gonzalo Di Paolo says, I feel I'm going from a statue collector to a Daniel Bell collector. I think Sideshow needs to take notes on this one because we need to launch the Daniel Bell's line of figures. So Daniel Franco says it's really impressive how Magneto, how do you say conserva in English? It's like how Magneto
just
feels,
keep in shape.
Yeah, keep in shape. Yeah, keep in shape to be a grandpa. Amazing work, Daniel.
Thank you.
We have our friend Pablo Vicentin here.
Hey, Pablo.
Hi, my friend. How are you doing?
¿Cómo estás, brother? Vamos a poner,
we have Fabricio that says the Magneto and Constantine statues have really raised the bar on what comes to superhero statues. Congrats, guys, and everyone involved.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I love the both.
Thank you, Fabricio. Thank you. Fabricio is a great sculptor. So you should take a look to his works too, because he's an awesome sculptor. Again, like many of the people here. I think I saw Enzo. He's killing it, man. Enzo Chavez, he's doing amazing jobs. All the latest things he's posting is good. You're killing
it. Hulk, like a Hulk thinker Hulk he did from one scratch piece was awesome.
Yeah. Well, I think Matute just find out my secret. I think did you really scan yourself, Danny? Dude, I mean that was a secret. That was a secret.
Okay.
Es un secreto, no puedes spoiler esas cosas.
We have Deimos asking, how do I change the language? Deimos, no sé si es una pregunta en chiste o en real, cómo le cambias el idioma. En realidad, ahora vamos a hacer la parte en inglés porque estamos haciendo para Sideshow. Y después de una hora empezamos a hablar en español. Puede ser que sea una pregunta en serio. No, o sea, ahora con la IA que tocas un botón y te cambia la voz, o sea. Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, I take some notes about Magneto because sometimes we just talk about the statue, but not too much about the character. And I think Magneto, I was a huge fan of the TV show, the 90s TV show. And also, we were talking about this with Jem this morning. I think the first time, I can't remember if it was the first time, but one of the first, my first connection with X-Men, it was through a Sega game, a video game. I forgot the name again because it was a side-scrolling game. Gambit, Cyclops, Night Nightcrawler, and Wolverine were the main characters of that game. It was awesome. It was great sound effects. It had a great visuals, and I love that game. And I think after that, I was starting watching the TV show that I loved a lot. And then one of my favorite characters, besides Wolverine, of course, it was Magneto. And I put some notes here, so I don't know if you're going to agree or whatever. But another great, let's say, connection with this character, it was through the movie X-Men First Class. I love that movie. I
Oh
love.
yeah,
Do you remember that one?
that's the movie. Yeah, of
That
course.
was a great movie.
With Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender, dude. I think to me it is best Magneto.
Yeah,
Besides
yeah, I
all
agree.
the the issues with the suit and whatever they
Yeah,
did after, uh, I mean, the First Class to me is one of the best X-Men movie. Of course, besides the first X-Men one, because
yeah,
the first
yeah.
X-Men movie.
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
No,
Go go
he
go go go.
printed that suffering in the
100%.
character. Why Magneto is doing what he does.
Yeah.
Besides, his intentions are a bit wicked, but
Yeah.
he you can connect with his suffering in his
Yeah.
childhood and why
Yeah,
he
dude,
became.
he was a survivor. I mean, Magneto's history as a Holocaust shaped. I mean,
Uh-huh.
as a Holocaust survivor, shaped his worldview and determination to protect the human, the no, no, the human, no, the mutants at all costs from the humans. So all these kind of let's say uh, emotions that you can see in the movie were so well portrayed. Do you remember? I want to spoil like the last shot. That's not the spoiler. That movie has 20 amount of years right now. But in the last one of the last scenes when he's fighting against um, the final boss in the movie, and when he throws the coin, do you remember? I said, "Yeah, I
Yes.
believe you, but you killed my mom." Something like that. He said, and then he throws the coin, and then the
Yeah.
coin passes through the
Yeah.
entire
It,
hill. That
yeah.
that's awesome, and I think I want to put all these tiny things in the statue. For example, he's one of the most powerful mutants in the Marvel universe.
It's
He is.
an Omega level mutant.
Yes, at mega level, he control magnetism and manipulate metal. So
Yeah.
I think the let's say on the pose, we always try to make this kind of hovering pose. And I said, okay, maybe what we can do it is put a simple base, but with all these kind of metal twisting. Because I don't know if you take a look. I'm going to show you that later with the Super file.
With a 3D file. Yeah.
Yeah, the 55. But from I don't have that view right here. But if you can see it from the top, he's making this kind of sphere, let's say, kind of
Mm. Yeah,
spherical
like a
power,
dome. Yeah.
invisible, yeah, like invisible power. So it's like a putting, moving all the metals like from out to outside and twisting them, not just bending. It's a twist. And I remember all those pictures from the like images from the all the past views when he's like trying to. I think it was in their first movie or second movie. Can remember when he got the Nazis. I think they caught him, and then he just wanted to grab his mom, and then he started
Yes.
using his powers and then bending all this metal.
Uh-huh.
I think that's a nice thing to some little touches that I wanted to put in the base. It's a simple base, but at the same time, it's I think it suits very well with him, and I think it symbolized his absolute power and control over his environment. I think it showcased his formidable nature. Like he's the, the man who control and manipulate the metal, every
Yeah.
metal. I mean, I think actually even the metals that it does is not from the planet. Like uh, no, be brand new, is the one from Wolverine. Ah, Jesus,
The
I forgot it.
adamantium.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
adamantium as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, we have some comments here. For
Sure.
example, our friend Marcus says, "Beautiful Magneto, Daniel. Did you show these to Jim Lee? He would love this statue. Sorry." We also have another question about Jim Lee. Let me find it. Oh, another comment. It's here. Clipper says. Clipper says, "Love the simple but effective Jim Lee design. How did you show so much restraint, knowing you could have easily made it more elaborate?"
How do you so much restraint knowing you could have easily made more elaborate? Um, how do you show so much restraint? What
Yeah,
does it
I
mean?
I, I got a bit lost there. Uh,
Much restraint
maybe
in terms of like
of the
that I know
pose.
I could put more and that I made it simple. Are you talking about that?
Maybe.
Um, yeah, if you're talking about that, it is I we went through all their designs. I mean, while I was working on the suit design, I was making different, let's say, a little bit more complicated suit. I put many details on it, and then not many details, but I mean, with some seams and some breakages and panels and stuff like that. Um, it looked cool, but it wasn't the Magneto we wanted to brought. It's like a we had in the past different Magnetos, more, let's say, elaborated, and we felt that we needed to bring one very classic, very Jim Lee. And I also I take every single line from Jim Lee. I made it as close as possible as I could find reference from Jim's Lee Magneto. Because even if you can see many images from comics that he did, all all these images are kind of a little bit different from each other. Sometimes these kind of, I don't know what it is. It's like an armor he has here with all these bolts. Is on a square shape. Sometimes it's more circular. Some is kind of rectangular, and it's changing. Even the shape of the helmet. So I just try to put let's say, yeah, I try to find all the images who are more, let's say, the collectors like the most, let's say, to make that as close as possible. So it wasn't easy because I have to be very careful on this, taking those decisions. And even for the face, for example, the face I tried to make, to bring that kind of 90s style vibe, with the hair and the proportions of the hair, of the face and everything. Where is the side view? Well, something like this. It is very kind of iconic of this shape from his drawings. And I spent a lot of time on the hair. Just want to let you know that I put tons of time on this because it's all hand sculpted. I mean,
Well, Paul
digitally
Hustler
hand
was
sculpted.
was asking something like that. He was saying, Paul Hustler asks, "Amazing sculpt. How long does it take when sculpting so much detail in the body?"
Well, it takes time, but I mean, all the details comes more from the anatomy. So when I was taking a look to this reference from James Lee, James Lee, he makes these characters really jacked, like very lean and muscular. And I wanted to bring kind of the same vibe, the same feeling, like a big legs, like a big torso, because he's an old man, but at the same time he's ripped. So when you want to portray like a big man in terms of and not an old man, because he's 50, a little bit more than 50, is a he has a big barrel chest, which is I don't know if you have any image from the side, right here, big chest. And but also something that it was really challenging, it was this belt right here. Because if I
Really?
wanted, yeah, not building this belt. I mean,
Let's put a cylinder in there.
yeah.
The most difficult
I
thing
spent 1
in
month
the
here.
Magneto statue was the cylinder in his hips.
It's literally a cylinder. No, it's not a cylinder. No, no. In terms
Yeah.
of how
Insert, you have
he's.
to insert cylinder, and that's it. The most
And today
difficult
we're
part
going
of
to
the
show you how you
Magneto.
make a cylinder. I'm putting the. No. I'm
It's
talking
not
about.
a simple cylinder. It's a
No, it's not a
Magneto
simple.
cylinder.
It's a
Yeah.
magnetic cylinder. No, I'm talking about in terms of the shape, because
Yeah.
um is kind of pressing the hips a little bit, and
Mhm.
is putting some kind of the mass. I mean, if you, let's say for example this, if you what's a picture from let me show you the file. Let's jump to the file right here. So let me hide this and then put the ZBrush right here. So we have the file. I want to turn off the base for a moment because it's kind of pretty heavy. So yeah, that works better. So if you take a look to the silhouette, right, and if you just follow the anatomy structure, um, this is compressing a little bit. If you just put this cylinder, copying the shape, is going to be it's going to look bigger and super weird. So I was playing like, okay, should I put it like a more tight or a little bit not so compressed, more wide? I was kind of, because a few times I said no, this is not looking good, until I get to the point that I was okay, yeah, looks good. Because if I just, I don't know, for example, if you follow
Yeah.
the
It,
line
it seems
of the
like it's
lats,
it seems like a hard belt. So when you
it is
twist
a
the
hard belt.
torso, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you twist the torso, it might look weird if you don't get it right. So yeah.
Exactly. So that's the point, and actually it was like okay, the butt was kind of getting too big, too small. It depends. I mean, I spent
Mhm.
lots of time like trying to let's say figure it out that, and well, I think eventually the result, I like the end result, the final result, and let me show you this.
That's Poland's ass, says Edwin. It's like America's ass from Captain
Yeah,
America.
that's Poland. That's Poland.
Um, a casual
Yeah.
nerd is. I don't know if this question. Yeah, maybe it's. You can answer this question.
Yeah. Sure,
Casual
sure.
nerd problem says Bowen did a Magneto in a museum post. They added a magnet to his hand without telling anyone. Any Easter eggs with this one?
Not really. No, no Easter eggs. We every single time when we are making a statue, we said, okay, do we need to put some Easter eggs, or maybe it's going to like uh look a little bit forced, because sometimes, yeah, you can put in the base or something like or the, I don't know, in the body or whatever, something like right here or whatever. But sometimes when you put that and it's not really attached to that moment, to what you want to tell, it's going to just be a bit forced. Yeah, it's cool to have, I don't know, a Wolverine mask, I don't know, whatever, how is the name of the Cyclops or whatever, some from the Sentinel.
Yeah.
But I think it's sometimes you don't need it. It is like, I feel the same way with exclusive sometimes. I love them, but also some statues you don't need to just put an exclusive for that statue. Because if not, if you do always the same thing, it's like a repeating something every single time, and people is going to expect something every single time. And some people may like it, and some people don't. So for this one, we just went to straightforward, like the base and these and the body. And we put an extra head because I think people really like the idea of having a helmet portrait. They used to like it, that I like that too. This one, let me just, and I think it was cool to have the option. Let me change like a little. And about the face, I was trying to see something about the face. Because it makes some
We have a
notes.
question here. I
Sure.
don't know if you were going to
Shoot. No, no,
say
no.
something
Shoot,
about
shoot,
it.
shoot. Shoot the question.
Sebastian Fernandez del Rio says, "Amazing sculpture. Could you tell more about the suit? Did you use the panel loops, or was everything done by a brush and film
Yeah.
pulse?"
Yeah, no, no. It was everything was done with a brush. I mean, this is actually, I think, is a damn standard. And then no, 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 no. It's not a damn standard. It is. I made one brush, a personalized brush, and then I just use the a lazy mouse to do these lines. Are not 100% straight because you need some curvature, but yeah, it was done by hand. Same for this. Yeah, yeah,
You didn't talk about the secret feature that this Magneto has. He under his cape there is a pressure bulb hidden with when he sucks in the suit to his muscles. There,
yeah.
that's why
It
you see him so
it just
ripped
like
in the.
a suction suit, something like that. Like yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I really wanted to not put any textures, just as some subtle folds that you can't even see it, but a lot of striations and being really um noticeable, because it's more like a comic thing. And I love the idea of having this Jim Lee jacked guy as the way he usually draw it. I mean, it's not exactly 100% like something taken from the comics, but it's an interpretation from what he usually, how he usually does these characters, right? Um, so this is the main inspiration, of course, it was him. And about the base, that it was, yeah, maybe if I put it like well, right here, you can see kind of this like like a shape, let's say, of the invisible dome, and some of these mm, yeah, something like that, are like a twisted, so like this, for example, this one. And I know that you don't like reverbs, but because it's a kind of pain to put them, I mean, we're making them in color code. So guys, and you're going to assemble just once. Come on, let me keep putting them, because I think it adds a lot of I don't know, things, a dynamism in the base, on the basis, in the basis. Um, so these reverbs, I'm talking about these tiny uh, metal rods right here, and the cape. And I actually made the cape sculpted on purpose, because I think, and I 100% believe, this statue needs a sculpted cape. Because if you, let's pretend that I got this piece, and the cape is fabric, and you have to put it by yourself with all the wires inside, and you need to make this kind of dynamic cape, and you don't get it right, so you're taking away all the energy of the pose because of the cape,
yeah,
so I think
and it has a purpose on the composition also.
it
The,
it,
the way you model the cape and
mm,
design it.
it does. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think Magneto's iconic cape is more than just a piece of his costume. I think it symbolizes his status, status and power.
Status. Yeah.
Statues yeah,
Status is
he's
status.
in a statue. He's in a statue.
Status is status.
I mean
Yeah.
the statue. I mean it is something that is cool, and the flowing cape I think it adds to the sense of movement and authority and representing Magneto's even like a more powerful, I think. I don't know. I like to have the idea of playing with the capes, not just for the sake of having a cape, a sculpted cape. I think it's like, for example, the Batman Dark Knight cape, or the Batman Joker with Eagle Martin, or I can't remember any other. But yeah, we were talking the same thing with Gemna this morning. Um, a breaker of brimstone, the Thor I made a couple of years ago, came with a fabric cape. Um, Sometimes I just I, I try to pose the cape, and I'm not 100% good at it, and it looks kind of weird to me sometimes. And I've seen people who love fabric capes, and they put amazing poses, and that's awesome. I don't have the patience to do it. So I prefer to make it sculpted, so I don't need to move anything, any wire or whatever.
Yeah,
So that's
if you
better.
want post, if you want post, I say, let me say, if you want characters to be posed, go for a hot choice. Here are sculpts.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No, I mean sometimes a fabric cape is a good option. For example,
yeah,
Doctor Doom.
well,
I
yeah,
said the same this morning. Doctor Doom, you have the fabric, and it's going down because of the gravity, and you don't need any kind of weird movement of wind or whatever, so it's fine. And at the same time, you're not getting a bigger box or heavier box because of the cape. So sometimes I think it's a good option to have a fabric cape. Sometimes it's a good option to have a sculpted cape. It depends on the composition, I think. If you want to get it right, all the whole piece working like as we thought in this concept stage, in the let's say in the entire production stage, well, maybe we could go for sculpted cape. But it's up to you guys. Sometimes you like the more fabric mixed media, sometimes you like more sculpted cape. I mean, actually, you've been asking for sculpted cape a lot. So I think the majority, I could say, I venture myself saying that most of the people will love sculpted capes rather than fabric capes. I don't know what's your opinion. I don't know, Crippler, what do you think? I don't know, guys, Comet Legends, and the rest of the people here, the collectors, casual nerds. But I think let me know what you prefer the most, if sculpted or fabric. Um, and I was yes, another topic that I would like to talk about this. It is I know there was a kind of small. I would not say big because it wasn't any big, uh, but some controversy about, oh yeah, I think it's the same pose I've seen before in different statues, or this artist did it, or this one did it before. um Guys, let's be honest, we all are taking these from the comics, and especially this one. You can see uh two or three poses, kind of the same poses from the comic pages, covers, and I don't know, I can't remember exactly. I think it was one of the same posts. I took reference from the one he's in the middle of the space, and he's doing his magnetic thing, and we said that I think this pose is very powerful, and he's portraying not only like his ability to manipulate metal, but also, you know, kind of it's a cool pose. It depends how you, from where you see it, and the hand in front, the other one behind. I think it's cool, and we're not trying to copy anyone. We're just taking reference from the comics. It is what it is. you can think,
Yeah.
of course, you're open to say it, and it's more than fine, and it's awesome, and and it's, yeah, it's more than welcome to receive your opinions about that. But for real, we all are taking these inspirations from the comics. um
Here, Marcus is
yeah.
asking, Danny, would you sell a collection of your sculpting brushes?
My
Um,
sculpting brushes, would you ever sell a collection? Honestly, I don't have a collection.
yeah,
I'm
you use them
sometimes
on
I yeah, sometimes I do a brush and then I miss it. I don't know where I put it. I'm sorry. But honestly,
yeah,
I do it for I don't know any purpose in particular for a single statue, and I forget about that like afterward, because I don't want to use it and repeat it too much, because it looks kind of the
yeah.
same thing every single time.
It's going to, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
was just about to comment that.
Mm.
Also, he's asking, will Sideshow Collectibles ever offer limited signed statues by the creators? Oh, that's a good.
I don't know, but what you can
We
do
should
it is go to
suggest
this.
that.
Yeah, we can go to the StatueCon next year. You can talk with Marcus, so we can be there and sign the statue for you, and you can, meet in person, have a good talk, maybe something to drink, to eat. That's fun. That's even fun. That's even better than if you just to receive the copy, just sign it. You know,
Yeah,
what is the human touch there? I
yeah,
need to
yeah.
touch by
It needs
myself
to
and
be
put on my,
signed in the
yeah,
moment.
enjoy the time. Yeah.
That's
No,
why
but
you have the
it's
statue.
is a good question. But
Yeah.
I think it's better if we honestly, I think it's better if we have these events where we can go and have a conversation with you guys and talk about this, and yeah, sign things. I brought a couple art prints, small art for the for Marcos event, and I think I made like a more than 150, something like that, and I gave them all. I just signed all of them, and it was so cool. People really enjoyed that, really liked that. So thank you guys.
We have a question here about from Baron Scott that says, "Good evening. How many percent is your interpretation, and how many percent do you have to be faithful to the concept?"
There wasn't any concept here. It was my idea. I said I
Oh,
love Magneto, and I would love to make this statue, something like this cover. And actually, the first concept,
100% interpretation then.
yeah, because the first time I presented this statue was kind of, I can't remember, like 6 years ago, something like that. It wasn't the time because Will's, I mean, the previous Magneto was released, so we didn't have. We thought that sometimes when you release a statue at the same character, we don't want to release kind of the same thing over and over because people you should like it, which makes sense. Um, so I waited and I changed a little bit the idea, the concept is the same essence, but I think uh, I twisted a little bit more, and I did a couple other changes. And I think it brought more dynamism to the composition and to the entire statue. So in this case, in this particular one, I didn't have any concept. So, and for my next piece that I can't say anything.
Mhm.
Um, yes, I have a concept,
Spoiler
but for the
alert.
next two, I didn't have. I just made my concept, my 3D mockups kind of quickly, in 1 or 2 days. Sometimes you can create a 3D concept, and yeah. See, if you have an idea, if you have a strong idea, that's the way. Yeah.
We have a comment here from Case that says, it would be good to have a live show with Jorge Villar and Martin Canale to talk about the Constantine process.
We will.
Incredible piece.
We will.
Of course, of
Of course, we
course.
will have.
We're going
But
to.
today, is
showcase.
Magneto.
Yeah.
Today is not
Um,
Constantine.
us.
Today is Magneto.
People, they never get enough.
No,
They
but
always need
I
more.
know they want to hear about Constantine because I think was one of the best pieces of the show. Martin killed it. It was. I saw it in person. I saw it before the show. I saw the early paints and actually I saw the entire process. And Martin suffered because it was a long project for him. It took kind of 9 months or something like that. Maybe you didn't see it, maybe, but all the monsters, all those creatures back there, all these signs from scratch, and every single scratch, every single stroke was made by hand. It is a masterpiece. I think if you miss that statue, you're missing an important piece, and you will regret it eventually. So don't miss it.
We have an interesting question here that says, Montecristo asks, "Are you allowed to show the first stages of this statue? How do you start it?"
Unfortunately, not.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately, not because it is not representing
Uh-huh.
um, the final version of the statue. So I mean, not now, maybe in a near future, maybe we can have the chance to show those things. It is more because of the we couldn't have any license issues, so we are trying to avoid that. We don't want to. We personally, I want to keep working for Sideshow, so I don't want to be fired uh, because of showing something that I shouldn't.
Yeah,
Um,
let's ask
yeah,
for permission first.
yeah.
Taylor Reed says, "This sculpt is a masterpiece. Will Sideshow allow you to use
Okay.
other iconic images from other comics going forward,
Oh yeah, 100%.
as long
Actually,
as
the character I'm working right now is kind of based in a comic cover. It's not based 100% based. I mean, I will not say never, but I personally don't like to copy something 100%. I love to be inspired by, for example, with the Batman Dark Knight, it is same thing, the same pose, like it's like doing this kind of thing, but it's not 100% like a copy because it's only Miller's drawing was a silhouette. So, and the proportions were more cartoonish, but I mean, it is based and inspired by that, same as this.
Mhm. Paul Hasler asks, "Do you think you are still growing as a sculptor? Are you still challenged on each sculpt you do?"
100%. Oh yeah, 100%. Every single sculpture has something that challenges you. I mean, if you take uh if you take the same characters every single time, no, you're going to be in the same plateau effect like a forever. And if you challenge yourself with different, for example, when I took the challenge of making a Batgirl, to me was I had multiple challenges because it was a female. Uh, there was a monster, Clayface in the base, and what else? Um, well, and well, I think that's the challenge enough. I think, right? But I mean, it is something that I'm not used to. It's not common for me to make, and yeah, it takes more time. You need to prepare yourself. You need to study. You need to be careful with the decisions, artistic decisions you take, because it could have a huge impact in the entire piece. And as I always said, when you have amazing artists like Will or Steve or Shu, who are making a beautiful female sculpts, and then you just try to do your own. Well, you need to the bar is really high, so you need to challenge yourself to put in a situation that is not sometimes is not comfortable, because it looks like you have to learn everything from almost from scratch. but it's good because it pushes you. It's something that you do for yourself. So if you love what you do, I think it's something you have to do. Sometimes, I mean, I sometimes I say, no, no, give me a simpler statue, or I will take this a little bit simpler. But at the end, I always find myself the way to complicate the statues. So it's a, I will not say a pain in the
No,
butt,
you search
but
for
it's an,
your own challenge
yeah.
in every sculpt, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
We have a question here, a technical question here from Kevin that says, "Is the size of the statue in ZBrush the size of the print, or it's in the actual scale of a person?"
Is this size?
Yeah, it's an a quarter scale size the uh, the the, the file, or
It
it's
doesn't
in
have
one
any
one one.
scale. I mean, the files, the in ZBrush, you can have it. You can make it for a quarter scale. You can make it for I don't know, half scale, third scale, 101. I mean, it is. Then you decide how big is going to be. I mean,
Yeah,
this is our general units. I don't know if that's the question because when
yeah.
you work in
It's
digital,
ZBrush units, and then you can go to the C plugin and uh, how was it called,
actually, you don't have
master,
to do that. You don't have to when you
scale
put,
master.
yeah, but when you
No,
put
well,
this in a
you
3D
might
printer,
want to use it if you want. I mean, uh, but
yeah, but I think
it
it's
doesn't have
something.
any impact on anything because
No, no.
you are
I
not
mean,
using subsurface scattering or those things that you use in the renders.
no, 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 no. Of course not. I mean, if you want to make this, I don't know, let's say a real life scale, well, you probably will need more details. Sometime, I don't know, somewhere like around the face or whatever. It has details, um, but no, no. ZBrush works like every other software. I mean, you can, as Claudio said, you can say, okay, like this right here, it is 20 millimeters or 20 centimeters. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So you're going to take measures, and those measurements will be in correlation with what you measure first, right? But it's only that. Then when you put it to print, you can choose how big it's going to be in the printing software, let's say, right?
yeah. Guys, if there is any question that I didn't see, feel free to post it again so I can catch it up. Baron Sculpt says or asks, is there any way you can demonstrate how the hair was done? I see you don't usually use a hairbrush.
I can demonstrate you. You want to demonstrate you right now, or do you prefer to keep talking about this? And because maybe what we can do
Yeah,
is that
maybe
a
we can
question?
leave it
Is Baron
to the
Sculpt?
end
No,
of the.
well, maybe he's from Baron. Are you from? Are you talking? Are you speaking Spanish, or do you?
Baron, are you from the USA or are you?
Well, it's the same. Maybe the people who are here from different countries. They love to see that. Or they would like to see that. So let me show you. Let's go and make insert. I will make this thing. Boop. There you go. So okay, this is the kind of the process I use. Let me change the material. There you go, and change this a little bit. Oh, nope. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's say, for example, this is your hair, and you have the face. You have the face. You put just some of the major volumes, in the head, and this is the volume that you will say, okay, I will work on this. Cool. So what I do, it is usually I start making some of these big strands or big chunks of hair, right? So when you see it from different angles, it's going to take different forms and shapes, something like this. Then I use the smooth brush to smooth it a little bit. So you do this. I tend to. It depends on the hair, of course. If it's like a curly, or if it is, how do you call lacio? It's like a plain.
Lazio.
Uh,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Lazio. It's
It's a
like
lacio, like a
pelo Lazio. It's
hair
I
with
don't, I
no
don't remember.
curls,
Yeah, no, not curly hair.
no curly hair. So let's say this is a part of your hair, your hair. Okay, so we can crank a little bit.
Straight hair, says
Straight hair.
Daniel.
Wow, look
Yeah,
at that.
straight hair. Wavy hair. No, wavy. It's when you have some waves. I mean, yeah, maybe straight. Just straight.
Yeah, just straight. Okay. So when you have the major forms done, right, something like this, what I do it is go to dam standard, and I use the dam standard to define that chunk of hair a little bit more. So I press the Alt to give some elevation, and the regular to make some depression, and I do this, right here. And then I do kind of the same thing, like for example right here. And also one thing you can do it is, let's say for example you have this right here. So what you can do it is, this is not kind of interesting, so you can break that hair kind of in the middle, and you can make this a more interesting shape, let's say, right? Something like this. The same for the rest. And for example, if you want to have this little, the point of the hair like a not flat, what I do it is, you can have the move brush. You go to the brush section, go to curve, and then go to AccuCurve. So you can pinch right here, and you can just do this, right? And you go again. You need to be very careful when you make hairs for painting that don't leave too much space, like for example, I don't know, something like this, and there is a concave zone right here, because the mold is going to break this thing. So you need to take that into account. So be careful with that. And you can keep working on it. Let's bring more subdivision. And then you go just more and more hairs. I do have a brush for hairs, which is cool, but I didn't prepare it, and I don't want to open folders and other stuff in live, because again, I don't want to show anything that I shouldn't be showing. But it's basically trying to do some elevations and depressions, and like don't do this, right? Because you start making these kind of awful shapes, and it's obvious that you didn't put time. Be precise, and if you don't like it, just make another pass or whatever. For example, right here, and right here, and you can go and go, right? And then you can you can make, for example, you can use the inflat. You can use the pinch, pinch. This one right here. So you can. There you go. And then is a lot of patience and just keep working different
And
strands
repeat
and
that in
repeat
the
and
whole
repeat,
head.
repeat. Yeah, and then if you want to just have like a one hair on top of the other, you can separate one part, and you can what you can do it is just mask one part, for example, something like this, and no, better something like this. We're going to use the brush without the acute curve, and you can put it like this when you have the other chunk done, and it's going to look like it is on top one of the other, right? Something like this. You know what I mean? It looks like a two separate meshes. Don't do this, because if you do it, you're going to, I mean, don't do the dynamesh. You can do it afterwards, um, but it's going to look like that, you know, like a separated mesh. But it doesn't have any really any secrets. Honestly, it is time, and that's why I'm saying that it took me so long to make these hair right here. Uh, you know, it is the same thing. Then I put some other strands or whatever. Um, okay, cool. But yeah, it takes time, and but once you make the whole thing, I think the end result is worthy because it looks cool. I like how it looks, and I think it adds some. The fact is made by hand, and I spent like a 10 days or 7 days. I think it was 7 days doing one chunk, another chunk. I would love to show you the entire, but not everyone, but I would say that I have around 30 or 20 different chunks of hair that I was kind of to push one on top of the other, and make all of these chunks printables, which is something that again you have to take into consideration when you're making these things. Um, yeah. So, any other question in English that would you like to ask before we move to our? But if people want to keep just, I don't know, our audience, our Latin audience, if you want to, don't bother you to keep in English, to keep in English or what as you want. I mean, if you have any questions from about Magneto, again, remember that I put. I want to put it again. I put a link right here. If you are from, I don't know, the United States and you want to buy this Sachi, you haven't done already, and you would like to say, "Hey, I love this piece, Danny. I will buy it." So click on this link that I just leave in the chat box and be happy, because this piece is going to make you happy once you have it. If you don't have it,
Sharesale.com,
you're not going to be happy.
sharesale.com, RF.
Yes, sir.
We should do like a short link shortener where you can put like in Bitly, you
Yeah.
say Bitly / Danny Bell's Magneto.
Yeah, well,
Something like
this is an affiliate link. So what it means that if you buy through this link, I'm going to get
yeah. And
some of
Danny
that
is going
power,
to buy
some of that
me.
magnetism,
He's going to
that
bring me a
magnetism back.
focus.
You know?
we, we need to eat. We need to prepare the next Dino Fest, guys.
Yeah,
Come
dude.
on.
Yeah, we need to pay. Food is expensive here.
We need to pay the
Um,
bills.
no, but I will appreciate it. And what else? Do you want to us to show you anything else? You want to see? I think we
I don't
covered
know.
mostly
We have a
everything.
question from Jorge up here that says, of this particular piece, what was the most tedious, complicated process you had to face?
The hair
The hair you
and the
just showed.
cape. They're always the capes. I love sculpted capes, but I love to have them. I don't like to make them, which is totally different thing, because because the technicisms of making this printable and not breakable, let's say, because you need to be sure that any of the interfaces with the outer faces are going are touching between them, and that you are making enough space between them. I mean, thick enough to not get any breakage, but not too much because it's going to be kind of heavy. So yes, it has some technicisms that I don't like. I don't enjoy, let's say. But well, again, the results, I think it's worthy for the piece, for the pieces. And I will show this without the cape.
We
Or
have a. I think we can talk about this in the meantime. You keep showing the statue. Oh, that's that man. That's how do you
I
say that back? That back is
yeah. On
pretty
the
pretty.
back. Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
the back of Magneto's is awesome.
Thank you.
Rick Sparsa asks, not statue related, but can you ask Daniel if he enjoyed X-Men 97's the show? Thank you. Uh
Did you watch it?
yes, the two seasons.
The entire all
There
the
are one or two seasons. I don't remember now.
juice
No, one season, just one season. Yeah,
season. The last episode I saw, it was the one with Mr. Sinister,
yeah,
and I haven't seen yet the latest episodes. I
yeah.
heard
I
that
saw
one is
the
kind
whole
of
thing.
weird. I don't know what you think, but those are kind of weird. I don't know. Did you? I mean, I enjoyed the show. I think that episode was kind of weird. Um, but I heard the next episodes are great. It's,
Uh, in the whole, I think it's a great show. It's it touches you in your nostalgic
yeah,
uh,
that's
uh,
true.
place in your mind, but or in your heart. But it has its moments. It has some parts that are extremely good, like in the first episode when Cyclops it's jumping off the plane.
Yeah.
The how do you say the X-wing? No, the X-wing is from
No,
Star Wars.
it's going for Star Wars. We're just mixing different
Yeah, the X-wing. No,
brands.
the how was the plane called? The X-wing plane called? It has a name.
I can't remember. It
Well,
just
he jumps off the plane and
mm,
he uses his laser beams to land in the. Oh, that's
Blackbird,
pretty.
the X
Blackbird.
jet.
No, it's the Quinjet, or something like that.
Mm,
Falcon.
no,
Well, never mind. But I think during
Blackbird.
the no Blackbird. I don't think it's called Blackbird. No,
I think it was
I
the
don't
Blackbird.
recall. No, isn't the Quinjet the name of
The I
the?
think it was the X-Men jet. I don't
Yeah,
know.
the Blackbird. Oh, the Blackbird. Well, sorry,
Yes,
guys.
Blackbird.
I'm from from which from which franchise is the Quinjet? I'm mixing franchises. Sorry, Star Wars or X-Men and whatever. Well, what I was saying is that during the season, I think that the story gets a bit diluted. Like it's not like a straightforward story and goes everywhere. Uh,
Hmm.
like there are many sub stories and the Queen shit from the Venture. Thank you, Lautaro.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm mixing franchises. Sorry. El Chimango Oscuro, says Jorgito. Well, I don't know. I like it, but I expected a bit more in terms of the story. Tyrell, Tyrell. Oh, sorry if I'm not if I'm mispronouncing your name.
Agree.
Tyrell Reed. Oh, I have another question. Daniel, since you started sculpting comic characters, do you ever sculpt any characters for yourself that you are a fan of? Sculpts for your own private collection? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
there is there is
Mm-hmm.
there's a
The spoiler.
yeah
Yeah.
a top secret hidden. You,
Um, no,
I,
what I usually do it is do some um personal, let's say, practices of anatomy, all the stuff. Or actually, during the live streamings with Claudio, we were making these kind of, let's say, off of things like I don't know, like a more body anatomy stuff, like some kind of weird things like a faces, busts, and stuff like that. But for my personal, I don't have time. But it doesn't mean that we or I'm not going to do it. In yeah, I can't say in too much,
no.
but
I, mm,
maybe one day,
mm,
maybe one day,
mm.
maybe one day.
There's a secret down there.
Secret
Yeah, you will maybe you will be surprised in the future with some
in the future.
news.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Well, I think that we are 1 hour and a half into our English live streaming,
Okay,
and I think we can
can
maybe
switch.
we can continue a little bit in Spanish with the Magneto too,
Okay.
just for the sake of our audience.
Hmm.
Of course, thanks Sideshow as always for supporting these live streamings, because one little bird told me that Sideshow loves these streams. So well, we are pretty
Yes, sir.
happy about that. And we are really happy to have uh, our English speakers online now, because we have I think here Tyler Reed, Paul Hustler. They're from the US, I assume. We also had this guy,
Fatal,
Fatal the
fatal
Collector,
collector. Yeah,
and Crippler. So we are
Kepler
expanding
from
our English
CRT.
audience. Hopefully,
Yeah,
I
we
don't
will.
know if Edwin Diaz is from Australia. Paul Hustler is from Australia. Okay. Well, really nice to have you on board, guys.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
and spread the word, of course, because these we want to reach everyone with these special live streamings to know more about the the creative process of the sculpture behind the statues. So we really hope you enjoy it.
yeah. 100%. As Claudio said, thank you guys for your support, for your love, for your patience, for be always like sending us messages, sending us your questions, participating of these live streamings. I mean, we are making this for basically for you guys, and of course because we enjoyed the connection we have with Claudia. Of course, we are friends, we're colleagues, not only friends. We work in the same company. Um, we love this, as you know. I've been doing this for a couple of years right now, and and I would just want to keep enjoy this profession. And I think people like collectors like you, when like those passionate nerds for the superheroes and the villains and all these things, like show us the love you have for what we do. It is like, I think it ignites even more the motivation we have for keeping doing all this social media stuff that sometimes it takes some time away from family and from friends, or for do other things, but we enjoy it so much. And I know it is important to keep spreading the word, to just keep working hard, to keep showing the way as we do things. Because sometimes I think for a long time people thought uh, that 3D artists just press buttons like every we have a lot of buttons out there that make a Magneto with, I don't know, with magnetism power, with a base or whatever, and then Magneto will just appear there. Um, that probably that will happen eventually with AI in a couple of years from now. So at the
Yeah.
moment, we will just we will keep enjoying like the art behind all of these creations and at Sideshow, and outside of Sideshow as well, because as you can see in the chat, we have plenty of sculptors that is not working professionally right now, but eventually they will. And we are making these live streamings for them too, because it's important to keep growing the community. And if in our community, if in our Latin American community, we can put more, we can bring some of the US community as well, I think we can have a great match. Because at the end of the day, we love these things, and the only thing that separate us is the language, and shouldn't be like that. So that's why we are making this live streaming. So thank you, Saishu. As Audio said, thank you guys for being patient and trying to understand what we are saying, because I know we are not native speakers, but we are putting a
Yeah.
lot of effort on this. We enjoy it. And that's important. That's the most important thing, that enjoy what we do and as we do it. And we can keep improving, and we will keep improving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Eventually, maybe
Yeah.
one day we
Eventually,
we
one day we will speak correctly or fluently
correctly.
or something
But
like
we don't
that.
speak even we're not good even in Spanish. So
No, no,
yeah,
it's
so
true.
that's our main language. So um,
Well,
but
guys, we are going to continue with the live streaming, but
yeah, yeah.
in
Don't
Spanish.
go. Yeah, we just
So,
want to
please, of all,
switch
don't forget to leave your like, to
and
share this.
subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, leave us like a snippet. It's called a small piece of video into your stories. You can film yourself watching the live streaming and tag us on Instagram or whatever you feel like to. And because, well, we love to
Yeah,
enlarge our community, and
and
you are
it
part of it.
helps. And it
Yeah, it
helps
helps.
sometimes when we do some work like this on social media, and you don't see any followers and anyone who is paying attention, or is just giving some of their time. It's like you say, why are we doing this? I mean, it doesn't mean that if you don't have a huge amount of followers is going to be worth it. No. But we love the community we have, because we can feel the support when we are making things like Dynafest, that in the back, like, no,
Yeah,
what is like
there.
right there, right there, that sign is from the event we did last year, and 500 people was there. So there you can see the support from the people, and that's important to receive your like, to receive your subscription, because I don't know, I think it helps to make this happen. So one more time, thank you guys. Thank you so much. And after this live streaming, don't go right now. The Spanish speakers, or if you want to just leave and learn some Spanish, that would be good for you as
No, no,
well.
don't. Yeah, don't go.
Yeah, I mean, and after that, at
But as we practice your English, you need to practice
yeah,
our
you need to
Spanish.
practice some Spanish. I mean, it's not bad. It's not going to, no, it's not bad at all. But
Yeah,
after these live streaming, we are ending like in half an hour, something like that,
yeah.
at 11 p.m. of my time. want to participate on Fatal Collectors live streaming. Anthony Mesa from Sideshow is a project manager and friend. He's going to be at live streaming too, so don't miss that live streaming with Fatal and his team. And right now we're going to make like a click, tick, 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 y vamos a hablar en español.
Al
fin.
Es difícil que está
Descontracturar
esto.
la garganta.
Uy,
Descontracturar la
sí,
garganta.
¿Cuánto hacía que no hablaba en inglés? Porque ahora en Sideshow estoy con un compañero que puedo hablar español, así que
eso es
estoy muy vago.
Es cheat. Estás chiteando ahí.
Sí, es un cheating.
Cheating. Cheat
Sí,
code.
sí.
No, está buenísimo.
Well, thanks guys for your messages.
Yeah, an hour and a half. Yeah.
An hour and a half, yes.
Algo,
Bueno, bienvenido, gente. Muy buenas noches. Ahora tranqui que ahora Clau lo traduce en tiempo real a ruso. Con una IA. Estoy viendo cada cosa en IA, qué locura.
Zarpado. Yo le mandé ayer a Lauri unas.
Locura.
¿Cómo era? Eran unos dibujos japoneses conocidos. Y al lado eran unos retratos japoneses, hechos con arte japonés hace un montón. Y al lado la IA interpretando eso, pero en carne y hueso, y es aterrador. Cómo se cobran vida y se empiezan a reír, a moverse, así está.
Muy loco.
Bueno, vos sabías que están desarrollando una aplicación, no sé si para Netflix o qué, que te va a permitir poder crear tu película o TV show o lo que sea y poder verlo online. Como por ejemplo,
¿En serio?
Sí. Como por ejemplo, no sé, quiero ver una película de superhéroes que vengan que se peleen con gomeras y se tire, no sé, caca, qué sé yo, ¿no? Así. 5 episodios y que vaya, no sé, que haya un plot twist. Le mandas prompts, y te genera, después te va a generar un show.
Yo creo que va a ser, o sea, si trae algo positivo, ponele, porque es inevitable igual. Creo que va a ser la era de las ideas, digamos, de la imaginación libre. O sea, bueno, se me ocurre hacer esto, no me cuesta nada.
Sí, pero
se va a perder todo el entendimiento de lo que lleva a hacer algo, digamos.
No, pero no solo eso, Clau, vos pensás que va a haber tanto que ya va a asquear. A mí ya sentarme a elegir una película en Netflix me asquea. O sea, la quiero
igual
elegir antes que pierda más
va a filtrar
tiempo.
solo. Perdón, pero se va a filtrar solo. Es como viste las imágenes en IA que eran una novedad en el momento y hoy ya no las ves llena en Instagram.
Es verdad.
Eso, ¿viste? O sea,
yo porque dejé de seguir todas las páginas, no sé si no las ves.
No, a mí me parecían y como que no. Sí hay novedades en IA y hay un montón de cosas súper novedosas, pero como que toda esa ola de imágenes ya como que se calmó un poquito, digamos.
Sí, ya se calmó. ¿Sabes qué estaba pensando? Hoy hice un pequeño vivo ahí antes de arrancar por Instagram, como para tipo de una película buena. ¿Cómo? Buena.
Sí, vi que hiciste el videito de 15 minutos.
Sí, ahí como un llamadito. Probé hacerlo por el canal de difusión y no sé si es lo mismo, bueno, mejor, no importa. La cosa es que hice una pequeña encuesta y la gente nos quiere hacer laburar, Clau. Básicamente. Nos quiere hacer laburar. No, pero quiere que volvamos, no sé si volvamos, pero les gusta el tema de esculpir en vivo, les gusta el tema de...
Lo tengo acá, lo voy a buscar, a ver. Voy a buscar
no sé cómo va, si la encuesta
a ver cómo va
sobrepasó
la boca de urna.
A la boca de urna. Igual te digo que está bueno, tenemos que empezar a usar más las encuestas porque me gustan, porque al fin y al cabo
acá los veo. ¿Qué es lo que más te gustaría de ver en nuestra nueva temporada? Preguntábamos ahí en la encuesta. Y las opciones eran esculpido en vivo, entrevistas, archivos 3D de figuras coleccionables, invitados, vivos casual, jugar videojuegos en vivo. Yo quería que esa sea la top.
Yo también. Yo sabés que iba a estar feliz si esa era la primera. Decía, jugar videojuegos en vivo.
La encuesta tenía que haber sido, ¿qué te gustaría que haga? ¿Jugar juegos en vivo o cualquier otra cosa?
O cualquier otra cosa. Y que no puedes poner nada de otra cosa,
Claro,
sino que
nada.
esto te deje.
Análisis de películas o juegos. Bueno, tenemos esculpido en vivo
Claro.
163 personas. Entrevistas 62 personas. Archivos 3D de figuras coleccionables, que es lo que estamos haciendo ahora, 54 personas.
Mirá.
Invitados 35 personas, pero bueno, entrevistas e invitados es medio parecido, ¿no?
No, es que yo
parece-
la pensé como la entrevista, como una entrevista hecha derecha y el invitado que venga a hablar con nosotros. O sea, que no sea una entrevista necesariamente.
Listo.
O
Está
sea,
bien,
como un
que haya
invitado
otra
al piso.
gente.
Como lo que
Listo.
yo hice esta mañana con poner con Jen, que es lo que hicimos con varias veces, no sé, tipo
Mirá.
traer a gente. Puede ser un invitado del palo, puede ser cualquier tipo de invitado. Puede ser de otro canal, puede ser un coleccionista, puede ser lo que fuera.
Sí,
O sea, no necesariamente una entrevista, tipo, che, vamos a
sí.
entrevistar a tal persona.
Claro, está bien. Bueno, jugar videojuegos en vivo, 9 personas.
Nah,
¿No
qué,
quieren
qué, 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 qué
tipo
porquería
un
que son.
torneito de videojuegos?
Eso
Un
sí
Street
porquería.
Fighter, un FIFA,
Es basura, no
¿Qué
puede
va
ser.
esta gente? No tiene
Podríamos
espíritu, por
tranquilamente estar
favor.
jugando un FIFA, algo acá, sería más
Claro,
divertido.
todo
Mortal
laburar,
Kombat.
laburar. Quiero que modeles en vivo, total a mí, yo te veo,
No,
vos te rompes el traste ahí.
todo el día haciendo
Qué
lo mismo.
bárbaro.
Y podríamos, si quieren, empezar a hacer. Vamos a tirarle la. A ver, ¿qué se puede hacer en 20 minutos de vivo? Se puede
Sí.
hacer. Se puede responder preguntas como la del pelo recién. Tipo,
Claro,
¿cómo
eso
fuiste tal
estaría
cosa?
bueno.
¿Cómo se
¿Cómo
hace?
haces un pelito? Tuki, tuki. Bueno, ahí tenés un poquitito, una demostración, ponele.
Sí, una
No
mini
todo
demo
el
media.
pelo, ponele,
No,
¿entendés?
aparte yo
Claro,
hablé de cómo hacer ese pelo. El otro día creo que
claro.
mostré como el tema de las cejas. ¿Te acuerdas que habíamos mostrado la última vez?
Sí, eso que
¿Te
con
acuerdas?
tías y con el Dumb Standard, sí. Cambié mi
Ujú.
voto por el bien del dúo, dice.
Bien ahí, Brian. Vamos, Micalucci.
Sebastián había puesto una pregunta. Sebastián, ahí te veo, cómo renderizás en ZBrush. Había puesto más arriba, la vi, justo no te quería interrumpir. ¿Dónde quedó esa pregunta?
¿Cómo
Estaba.
qué?
No, había una pregunta de Sebastián. Déjame encontrarla, a ver. Que decía cómo habías hecho que se vea así la escultura en ZBrush. Varias veces lo explicaste ya, pero bueno, la
Eh,
gente se va
bueno,
sumando. No sé,
pero
Sebastián.
así como.
No, como se ve, no la encuentro la pregunta. Si no, ponela de nuevo, Sebastián, porque
Sí, poné de
no.
nuevo.
La estoy buscando acá arriba. No. Encontré la de panel loops y un par de cosas que preguntaste, pero no encuentro la del render. No sé bien puntualmente qué preguntabas. Lo había leído, pero bueno, vos estabas explicando algo y no te quise interrumpir, la verdad.
Tranqui.
Bueno, podemos encontrarle un poco de novedades a la gente en los 20 minutos que quedan.
Dale.
Bueno, Dani tuvo su viaje a Estados Unidos, no sé si lo vieron.
Eso
Junto
tenemos
con
que hablar, boludo. Sí, que la
Jorgito,
gente quiere que le comentemos un poco de
Menos mal que
eso.
estoy yo, boludo,
Menos
acá,
mal,
porque
yo
si no
sabía
me
que te
llevan a
gustaba.
Estados Unidos todavía, pero bueno, ya voy a
Te
ir.
tenés que ganar, ya te vas a ganar.
Pará, que
Sos muy
mirá, hace
nuevito
4
todavía.
años que estamos haciendo
No,
los
pero
live
pará.
acá.
En Sideshow sos muy nuevito. Estamos hablando de
Ese
Sideshow
es un
ahora.
detalle, eso,
Bueno.
no importa. Bueno, nada. Estuvo el viaje de Dani con Jorgito y con Martín a Estados Unidos. Primero fueron a la StatueCon,
StatueCon. Sí,
Collector
StatueCon.
Zone, nuestro amigo Marcus. Ahí
Marcos.
solo, bueno, estuvieron Jorgito Dani y Martín. Y después Jorgito se sumó a Sideshow, a todo lo que hicieron. Estuvieron filmando un montón de videos, entrevistas, vieron la Sideshow Con también en vivo, se mostraron muchas figuras, el Magneto de Dani, el Constantine, también se mostró el Ghost Rider de Jorge, una figura de la Corte de la Muerte. Se mostró al fin una figura de la que pude, bueno, sí, ya se había mostrado la del Batman con la plaquita, pero al fin se mostró una figurita en la que yo participé, dos en realidad.
Se mostraron
La
dos.
Vampire
Hiciste
Last
el
y la
robotito de Cat Bane.
del Cat Bane todo 360, que ahí
Exactamente.
estuvo también Will y Jorge participando ahí de Cat Bane y la base. Y en esa tuve la oportunidad de hacer el concept en 3D, pasar el concept 2D en 3D que se ve ahí en la entrevista un ratito, estuvo re bueno eso.
Ujú. Qué bueno.
Y lo mismo, bueno, hicimos la Vampire Last que en esa yo hice la base y los murciélagos, o sea, todo el mockup de la base hasta casi el final, y los murciélagos, y Will después retocó un poquito ahí la textura. Y bueno, ya. Y la corona que tiene en la cabeza, así que ahí
Sí.
la van a ir viendo.
Me gusta esa que están tirando acá recién, ¿eh? Me gusta la que
Podríamos
están
ver a
tirando
Clau
ahora.
esculpiendo algún día un live de cambio de roles que esculpa lo que quiera. Podría estar bueno. Sí, podría estar bueno. Mi particularidad, a diferencia de la de Dani, es que yo soy como re lento esculpiendo, digamos. O sea,
Yo
no
también
tengo
soy
la.
lento esculpiendo.
No,
Tardo
vos
meses en hacer
vos
figuras.
vas a las chapas, amigo, dale.
No, tardo
Pero
meses.
podría ser. Lo que pasa es que lo mío va más por el estilizado, digamos, es lo que más me gusta.
Bueno,
Pero
un
sí,
estilizado.
podríamos hacerlo, ¿por qué no? Ahora estoy por sacar una cosita estilizada que ya la terminé.
Muy
ya
bonita.
les voy a mostrar en estos días. Y acá hay una pregunta en inglés, pero
Lo está tomando el pelo, Globito, ¿eh?
de Gabriel Alexander. No, capaz que lo está viendo en el pasado, viste que lo está viendo atrasado y no se le actualizó.
Por acá ahí
Pero
está nuestro amigo, para quiero hacer un shout out to my
¿quién hay?
dear friend Gemnight Collectibles. Thank you, brother, for Gemnight, sí, Gemnight. Yo digo Gemnight.
¿Night o Mint? ¿Night es?
Yo digo Gemnight.
¿El caballero Gem?
Es Gemnight, pero yo digo Gemnight, porque en Argentina decimos Gemnight.
Listo.
Es Gemnight. Gemnight.
Sí.
Nuestro amigo, our dear friend, it was so great to talk with you this morning, brother. We need to do it again. But thank you for being in the channel, and I'm sure you're going to see you in all these great videos you're just posting about the Hulk and all this stuff. So yeah, go to the classics again, dude.
Acá la gente dice, no, Gem Mint. Genius.
Gemnight.
Mint, ¿es Mint o Mint?
Mint.
¿Mint o Mint?
Gemnight.
Dale. ¿Cómo se pronuncia?
Yo digo como yo lo pronuncio, no sé si cómo se pronuncia.
Mint.
Mint. Gemnight.
Ok, Mint. Bueno, entonces tuvo el viaje de Dani. Tenemos 15 minutos ya antes que Dani se vaya a la otra entrevista. Pero también ya iniciamos, porque acá no para nunca la cosa, menos con Dani, que es un manija extremo. Y arrancó la Dynafest 2, gente. Dynafest 2025.
Arrancóse.
Estamos buscando
plata,
básicamente. Estamos buscando plata. Porque
básicamente
plata
se hace con dinero esto, gente.
Claro.
No,
así que si
buscando...
quieren aportar más peso, avisen, digamos.
Sí. No, es una realidad. O sea, queremos obviamente volver a hacerlo, como ya hemos dicho en una cantidad de veces. Pero bueno, la realidad es que todo cuesta bastante dinero y estamos buscando sponsors y gente que quiera invertir en el evento. Así que, como dijo Globito, quien sepa de alguien, ya todavía no lanzamos la campaña de búsqueda, estamos haciendo búsquedas internas, vamos bien, pero como la vez pasada, ¿no? Como la vez pasada, sinceramente. Así que ya lo vamos a hacer más público. Lo que pasa es que estamos ahí preparando un par de documentos y cosas.
Ahora, esta es buena, ¿eh? Dani, hace una mentoría de 2 horitas para recaudar fondos para la Dynafest. Te pagamos la vida. Me gustó esa.
Claro, sí, pero la plata no va para mí o para Dynafest, que vivo. Yo no me quedo con pedo.
Tiene la Dynafest, Daniel.
La digo pasar, boludo.
Claudio, que le dé los mensajes. Hay que laburar, vos querés la fiesta. Bueno,
claro, como le gusta que la vea pasar, yo nada más. No, estaría bueno. Pasa que no hay tiempos. Hay tiempos. Sí. Está más complicado, no hay tiempo. Pero,
¿sabés que ayer estaba viendo una película de One Piece que se llama Z?
Gracias.
Se llama Z, la película.
Y
durante la película hay un almirante que es el almirante Z y encuentra unas bombas especiales de la marina que llaman bombas Dyna. Y digo, qué bueno. No. O sea, flashé, como que dije, ¡oh, mira la bomba Dyna! La Dyna Bomb. Y dije, bueno, no sé. Yo solo
La
lo entendí, pero...
bomba. ¿Vos jugaste el Sirius Sam alguna vez en tu vida?
Sí, que era
La bomba
era
seria, la Sirius Bomb, ¿te
sí,
acordás? Qué
sí,
buena que
era
está.
la parodia. Ya Duke Nukem era el anterior al Duke Nukem, creo, ¿o no?
No,
Serious
es
Sam.
posterior, es posterior,
No era una
posterior.
parodia, era un tipo parodia el Serious Sam.
Pero era en
First
3D.
Person Shooter.
Sí, era 3D. Es una
Sí,
parodia al. No, no sé si es una parodia a específicamente al Duke Nukem, porque Duke Nukem ya era una parodia en sí. Sino creo
sí,
que es como que se tomó un poco a chiste todos los
era
juegos.
todo en
Pero tenía
joda,
cosas muy
sí,
zarpadas el Sirius Sam.
sí,
Tenía un rango de visión, pero kilométrica. O sea, vos tirás
sí,
un misil y el misil podía estar viajando, tuco, tuco, tuco. Y después en el 2, en el Sirius Sam Second Offense, creo que algo así se llamaba, agregaron, o en el primero fue, que agregaron que por primera vez se había visto la multitextura, que era
sí.
cuando vos te pegabas a la pared y ibas a
Ah, y
otra
te
textura,
acerca
otra textura,
y
otra
te mete las
textura.
normales y
Sí,
los
me
displacements, sí.
acuerdo que estaba muy bueno eso. Muy
Zarpado.
bonito.
Mira, acá Case dice, no se puede donar en el chat. Si no habrá una cuenta para transferir, ponemos entre todos también más los sponsors. Bueno, el tema de la monetización
Yo,
del canal está complicado porque aparte, una de las cosas que usamos la banda de sonido de nuestro amigo George Bell, o bueno, en el caso de Dani, el hermano,
un
eh,
amigo, más
y,
que amigo.
claro, y YouTube la toma como que estamos usando la canción de otro, entonces necesitaríamos tener por escrito una cosa que diga
Sí, es
que
súper.
Ciudad Casino nos permite usar los derechos. Es un quilombo.
Es un
Entonces,
quilombo.
bueno, después vemos si hacemos si hacemos
Igual la
como...
realidad también
Sí,
es que esto es como
y
dato para los que les
sí,
interese, y esto, ojo, capaz que me equivoco, pero al menos con nuestras métricas,
sí,
los videos que dejan dinero en YouTube no son tanto los vivos, son más que nada
no,
los videos propiamente dichos. Y vos podés
los
hacer igual,
evergreen. Sí,
claro, excepto que seas, no sé, Jordi Wild y que hagas un vivo de 6 horas y que la gente te lo mire todo porque bueno, porque el chabón se hizo, obviamente, con mucho laburo, llegó donde llegó. Pero no sé si es muy. No va a cambiar ¿cómo se llama? El cuenta vueltas en absoluto. Eventualmente lo vamos a
no,
tener que hacer, vamos a tener que pasar vamos a tener que pasar en algún momento a la monetización cuando resolvamos todos los temas estos de derechos de música, derechos de lo que pongas, porque
algo vamos a hacer.
tenés que ser súper cuidadoso
Igual
con una
tenemos muchas
decisión.
cosas pensadas para la Dynafest también a nivel experiencias, donde la vez pasada tuvimos las entradas y tuvimos algunos bonos que quisieron colaborar y qué sé yo. Bueno, ahora estamos pensando algunas cositas especiales. Si todo sale como esperamos, la idea es subir el nivel, digamos, ir al next level. Por eso no
Sí.
sabíamos todavía si llamarlo Dynafest 2025 o Dynafest 2, digamos. ¿Qué les resuena más? ¿Dynafest 2025 o Dynafest 2? Como una tipo, como una saga, digamos. Bueno, tírennos ahí en los comentarios.
Tiren,
Pero
tiren.
estamos preparando algunas cositas muy copadas que tiene que ver con esto de brindar experiencias especiales, meet and greets, algunos VIP access, algunas cosas así medias locas. Obviamente que el evento principal va a tener todo, pero bueno, estamos croneando ahí cositas. Así que veremos ahí cómo sale. Dynafest 25. Acá dicen solo 25. Hay otro que dice. Comic Legend dicen 2025. CGI 2025. Maxi dice Dynafest 25. Gonzalo 2. Emanuel Molina dice: leí por ahí que hay marca registrada. Ah, mira, ¿qué onda? ¿Quién te contó? ¿Quién te contó algo ahí, Emanuel? De la marca.
Grande
Bueno.
Martín, ¿qué haces? Martín Sánchez, querido, ¿cómo anda, señor? De
Dynafest
Ecuador.
2025 Argentina. Así
Y de
Dynafest
Ecuador.
2026 puede ser Ecuador. Está bueno, está bien.
¿Verdad?
Dynafest 2 dice Kevin. Está peleado, ¿eh? 2025 dice Ale Zombie. Buscando dice Dynafest 2. Carlos
Vamos
Durán
a tener que hacer una encuesta.
2025.
Vamos a tener que hacer una encuesta
Ahí
en
está, en la
Instagram.
encuesta en Instagram, en el
Sí.
grupo. Acuérdense que está el grupo. Creo que si entran al perfil de Dani, en el Instagram tienen la posibilidad,
Canal de difusión.
abajo del perfil dice, claro, sumarte al canal de difusión. Dynafest 2.0 me gusta, Dynafest 2
pero,
se llama tú.
2.0 puede ser 3.0, 4.0, 5.0.
Sí, nos va a quedar el punto, nos va a quedar ahí un poquito
Nos va a
para
quedar
la
ahí
próxima.
medio...
Pero Dynafest parte 2 es muy largo, Darío. La idea es como comprimirlo. Dynafest parte 2, el regreso.
Darío,
¿entendés?
tarjeta amarilla.
La venganza, digamos, la venganza del gallo. El que aporta más elige el nombre.
Claro.
Eso me gusta. Eso me gusta. Podemos hacer una licitación del nombre, ¿no? Tipo, bueno, ahora a ver quién pone más y vamos a poner Dynafest, sponsored by, powered by, y la persona que puso más guita, digamos.
Está mal,
Dynafest Doctor Doom.
Estamos generando un par de fusiones importantes también interesantes. Todavía no vamos a decir nada, pero estamos generando un par de fusiones importantes con la Dynafest. Con amigos muy queridos que vamos a trabajar en conjunto para que este evento llevarlo para otro lado. Como para que desconte. Eso fue como un petardo, fue una canita voladora. No salió el sound effect. Tengo un amigo que hace muy bien el sonido de la canita voladora. Eso parece cuando estás tipo en las películas americanas, están todos borrachos y tomándose, viste, que le ponen la cerveza para que tomen más. No.
Sí. Dynafest Mega Power Fest Reloaded. Dynapower Mega Fest Reloaded. Eso me gusta. Ay, bueno, sí, así que estamos ahí con unas fusiones interesantes. La verdad que creemos que o sea, siempre queremos con Dani llevar a otro nivel las cosas. Y bueno, después necesitamos que
bajar a tierra.
Suerte, la suerte nos acompañe. No vamos a poder hacer en el Monumental o en la Bombonera, ponele, pero por ahí un Luna Park o no sé, algo más chico. Claro, un Vélez.
No, pero estamos pensando de hecho, hicimos unas encuestas nosotros. Después de la Dynafest, Clau hizo el formulario de encuesta, el de postmortem.
Sí,
el after, ¿cómo se llama
el after party. El after party. Más que postmortem que.
Sí, postmortem que como que murió, ¿no?
Sí, claro.
Postmortem.
Te imagino yo en Sideshow contándole, no, hicimos un formulario post-mortem y la gente.
Post-mortem.
¿Qué pasó?
¿Ves que ni en español uno es. Ya está encima, yo no puedo decir nada.
No sabemos hablar. ¿Qué vamos a hacer?
No sabemos hablar. ¿Qué hacemos acá enfrente? Y pobre gente que nos está escuchando.
Me gustan estos nombres falopa. Dynafest Duplicated Remeasure Project Fest 2. Repitió Fest.
Repitió
bueno,
Fest.
muy bien.
Perdió.
Sí, perdió.
Ladbury.
Hello, guys.
¿Qué
pasa, Andrés Pinilla, amigo? Ya terminó la parte en inglés.
Que vaya que era el nombre que todo te estaba leyendo.
Que vaya Vilma Palma a la Daina. ¿Te imaginas?
Ojo,
Ojo.
Yo
creo que Vilma Palma lo conseguimos. ¿Cuánto te cobra?
Si no conseguimos Vilma Palma, tenemos que retirar.
Sí, boludo, hace 30 años. Yo tengo que egresado de séptimo grado, escuchaba Vilma Palma, boludo. Tenía 12 años, boludo, con el auto rojo.
Para que voy a sacar esto de fondo, porque así no.
Omega Dynafest Punch.
Ahí está, ahora sí. O si no, vamos a estar hablando muy chiquito.
Sí,
pero ¿sabes qué? Iba a decir un Manuel Wirtz. Tipo que no es tipo. Pero sé que pegó con todo Manuel Wirtz de vuelta. ¿Vos querés que te diga algo? Laura y fanática de Manuel Wirtz.
Bueno, ya.
¿Sabes que te quiero decir otra cosa?
Poner un bozal.
Pará, un bozal.
Igual es copado, Manuel.
Pará. ¿Se acuerdas para ir a verlo en 10 días? Una cosa así.
En el túnel del tiempo.
Lo peor es que fue que le dije, vamos a ver Romulus. ¿Romulus es? ¿Alien Romulus? ¿O Rómulo? ¿Cómo es?
No sé.
La
No
nueva,
sé.
bueno, hay una nueva Alien que
Eso,
viste
tipo
bien.
ese María Becerra y eso, toda esa gente nueva, decís vos, no.
No, Alien.
¿Quién es
Alien.
Rómulo?
Alien.
La película.
Película.
Qué sé yo, pensé que era una
Becerra.
persona que. No sé, pensé que era un cantante de estos nuevos que no los conozco, ¿viste? ¿Qué sé yo? María Becerra,
El
entonces,
abuelo de
medio
las pastillas, tráiganle.
Bueno,
No,
mirá,
Alien.
porque no le mostré a la gente. No me puedo levantar la remera ahora. Pero tengo un holter puesto. O sea, en este
El tipo se está
momento.
haciendo
Que me está
un
tomando.
estudio porque
Claro, estoy medio
tenemos en los
midiéndola, a ver,
últimos
de
días.
este lado. Tengo el aparatito, ¿lo ven acá?
Sí, ahí lo vi.
Estoy con un
Todos
holter puesto.
pasamos,
Casi se me ve
todos
toda la
pasamos por el
pizarra.
hoster, ¿eh? Yo pasé por el hoster también, algún
Segundo
año.
holter puesto en un año. Así que, gente, sí.
Bien.
Qué sé yo, si no sale como esperamos, va a quedar
No,
Dani para hacer la
igual,
fiesta. Así que.
claro, aparte ustedes piensen que con IA ahora lo ponemos clavito ahí con IA. Ya está.
Claro, con todo el
Hicimos un
material que tenemos
escaneo.
la entrenás,
Sí,
pero zarpado. Sí,
olvídate.
olvídate, ya
Sí,
está.
sí, olvídate.
Este, pero ahí estamos, con temas del corazón.
Bueno, mira, Case. Si no podrían sacar merchandising, se vender una gorra, remeditas recaudadas para más. Claro.
Sí,
Claro,
esa
Case. ¿Y
la
dónde
tenemos
sacamos la plata
pensada.
para pagar la gorra primero?
Pre-orders. Hay que hacer los
Pre-orders.
pre-orders.
Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien,
Ojo,
bien. Mira, hay que pensar.
Bien,
Hay que
bien ahí,
pensar. Por eso lo
Case.
tenemos a
Bien.
clavo. Lo tenemos a clavo ahí, que es el cerebro de business de Dynafest.
Yo soy el cocodrilo. El cocodrilo. Dani es como ¿cómo sería? Como.
Yo soy el soñador, el
Ahí
chico
está.
que no tiene ni idea de cuándo
Dani
son
es
las
la
cosas y
visión y
pide.
yo soy la ejecución, digamos,
No,
básicamente.
yo soy el nene que dice, papi, quiero eso, pero hijo, sale $300. Se quiero eso, quiero.
Y me está tirando, Dani. Yo le digo, no,
Claro,
pero no
tipo,
podés,
dale,
hay que pagar la
Dani,
cuenta.
hay que comer primero, Dani. Quiero más
Igual está
lucecita.
bien. De esa mezcla más o menos vamos sacando
Sí,
cosas.
está perfecto, está perfecto. Bueno, estamos a 3 minutos del cierre, amigas.
Sí, 3 minutos rápidos. Cerrá, porque te tenés que ir.
En esta hora tengo que comer, vos me hace que también, porque
Sí.
tengo una hora en realidad, tengo una hora, al menos si mal
Es
no
dentro de
recuerdo,
una hora, el
es
live.
a las 11. Sí,
Listo, está bien.
sí, es a
Vamos a
las
ser más
11.
tranqui el cierre, entonces.
Así que tengo que cenar algo y ahí salgo corriendo. Pero, la verdad que me pone muy contento que después de tanto tiempo hayamos vuelto y tengamos en nuestra audiencia, nuestros 100 y pico de personas ahí firmes. La verdad que me pone muy contento. Muchas gracias a la gente por bancarnos y por estar presentes un viernes a la noche. O sea, claramente son todos unos nerds que no tienen nada para hacer, no tienen un mejor plan que estar viéndonos a nosotros, porque otro no hay.
Yo creo que tenemos un público muy como nosotros, tipo Big Man Theory, digamos, ¿no? O sea,
Sí, yo creo
de gente que esto es importante para la gente, digamos, ¿no? El viernes a la noche, estar esculpiendo ahí, chill out, otra cosa, digamos.
Mirá. Ahí Enzo tiró una de. Mirá, voy a decir
Enzo,
una cosa, Enzo.
Y Marcus también tiró ahí de la Academy, qué sé yo, ¿eh? Enzo dice, cuando se tocó el tema de enseñar habían dicho que estaban pensando en algo. ¿Puede adelantar de algo de eso? Bueno.
¿Qué Marcus?
Desde ahí hasta hoy pasaron 40.000 torbellinos.
40.000 cosas. Sí. No está del todo. A ver cómo puedo decirlo.
Está en cartera.
Está en cartera.
Pero aparecieron otras cosas.
Sí.
Que.
No puedo decir nada de eso.
No, aparte puede ser, qué sé yo, de acá 6 meses, de acá un año,
un
2
poco
años.
un poco más también.
Sí.
Sí, pero
sí. Pero esperamos que.
Eventualmente
no puedo ni spoilear nada. Pero
no. Eventualmente algún día van a venir grandes noticias.
Pero
Marcus. Bueno, sí, son utópicas, básicamente.
Revolucionarias, diría yo. Eso sí que va a ser una.
Sí. Cuando decís Marcus, ¿a quién te referís?
¿No es Marcus el de Collector Zone?
No, es Marcos.
¿Marcos o Marcus?
Marcos con O.
¿Es Mint o Minto? Marcos.
Jan.
Bueno, Marcus. Para mí Marcus porque lo hacemos como así English, Marcus. ¿Entendés?
Es verdad,
Bueno,
es
Marcos de Collector Zone. Ahí está, Marcos.
2049 no, tampoco tanto, no. Un 2025, 2026,
Rodríguez me invitaron a una cita, pero le dije hoy no, muñeca, hoy tengo cita con los amigos.
Claro, esa
Así me
es la que
gusta.
va, esa es la
Estoy
que
pasando el
va.
tipo en el Tinder, digamos, ahí, y vos sí, vos no, y la piba hace match y dice, no, pero hoy no puedo.
Exactamente.
Hermosa, disculpa.
¿Quién de ustedes dos sería Sheldon y quién sería
Bueno,
el
último
Donner?
minuto dejando una opinión de la última película de Deadpool. Qué lindo.
No podemos spoilear nada.
No, sin spoilers, sin spoilers.
Es que sin spoiler no se puede hablar de Deadpool. O sea, Deadpool es un fanservice atómico
fanservice
en donde
absoluto.
cualquier cosa que digas estás spoileando. Yo voy a decir una sola cosa. No puedo decir, no puedo decir. No, porque me van a odiar. Puedo decir que me gustó mucho. Fue una de mis películas. Para mí es la mejor Deadpool, por lejos. O sea, no tiene, para mí no tiene ni comparación con las anteriores. O sea, va por otro lado completamente distinto.
Sí, es que
aparte,
es eso,
ya
claro.
por el simple hecho, y esto no es un spoiler, esto lo sabe, pero se llama Deadpool vs. Wolverine o Wolverine. Sí. Del simple hecho que Hugh Jackman como Wolverine de nuevo es todo. O sea, la primera película que yo fui a ver sin mamá y papá, digamos así, que me dejaron ir solo con mis amigos, en remis, hasta Pilar, que son unos cuantos, en remis, porque ni siquiera en colectivo, no tenía en colectivo, fue X-Men 1. Fue la primera película que vi y me voló la cabeza a tal punto que a la salida de X-Men estaba el juego X-Men de PlayStation 1 de la película. Se llamaba X-Men The Movie, que era una pelea uno contra otro. Así que el nivel
era todo eso.
flasheada que tuve con esa película fue impresionante. Y verlo de nuevo es como que decís, chao. Es como, para mí, no está al punto. Está como en otro lado, pero fue como algo similar al ver a Andrew Garfield y
claro, es un No Way Home 2, ponele una cosa así.
Es un No Way Home con otras cositas que para mí la rompieron heavy.
A mí me fascinó en la primera, o sea, el primer vistazo me fascinó, me parece un nivel de fanservice espectacular por todos lados. De hecho, la intro para mí es lo mejor que tiene la película, es la intro, increíble. Y después sí tengo que decir que me dejó un sabor amargo, sin spoilear, en la historia y los villanos. Como que
cuando sale muy volando, poquito... Cuando crecen alas a...
Claro, sí.
A Deadpool.
A Deadpool. Crecen alas y sale volando. Como que me dejó un sabor amargo, como que creo que con muy poquito podían haber encarado un villano que sea físico, que sea tipo... Todas esas peleas que tienen entre ellos dos se caen a palos contra un villano más poderoso. Y me parece que no fueron los villanos que tenían que ser para esta película, para mí.
Mira,
pero bueno.
Acá dice, Jonah Wall dice, Wolverine en su prime, los mejores años esperando verlo con el icónico. Igual, en su prime, para mí, en su mejor interpretación, fue en la 2. Estaba súper grosso, o en Last Sun, donde ya tenía el papel mucho más arraigado. Ahí creo que, y bueno, y el pináculo.
Igual para mí en esta es como el perfeccionismo de todas las.
Igual me hace elegir Logan o esta Deadpool. Yo tengo un cariño por Logan, por esa película en particular.
Logan es otra historia.
Para mí está por fuera de este universo. Es otra cosa. Esa sí me encantó, man. Logan es.
Te la
alta peli. Escúchame, amigo.
Fuerte,
lamentablemente me tengo que ir.
Bueno,
Pero volveremos la semana que viene, porque ya arrancamos de vuelta con esta tercera temporada, así que nos van a tener todas las semanas.
Así es, no es que sean los viernes los lives, sino que vamos a ir medio mechando como podamos hasta que se nos acomoden los horarios.
Lo más probable es que sea miércoles, jueves. Hay que ver. Miércoles es un buen día.
Sí. Yo los miércoles no puedo por ahora porque estoy ahí con
miércoles
Pablander.
Claro, nos cambia por Pablander. Mira qué bien. Los jueves.
Estoy tratando de expandir mis horizontes.
Pueden ser los jueves. Pueden ser los jueves.
Los jueves, pero los jueves no podía
Lauri por un par de
¿sí?
semanas no tiene. Así
Bueno,
que por ahí, por estas dos,
listo.
3 semanas,
Bueno,
está
vamos
como
con el
en
jueves.
receso. No
Vamos con el
tiene
jueves,
curso.
entonces.
Así que vamos a ver. Bueno, gente,
Bueno, listo.
despídese, Claudito. Despídase.
Bueno, amigos y amigas, gracias por su, ¿cómo se dice? Por su participación, por su aguante, por estar acá. Recuerden algo que siempre les marcamos, que bueno, obviamente los likes son importantísimos, compartir en las historias en Instagram, que nosotros los recompartimos, eso les da visibilidad. Ya les tiramos esa idea de que ustedes pueden estar mostrando lo que están esculpiendo con el sonido nuestro y después muestran nuestro live, entonces la comunidad va conociendo sus trabajos cuando nosotros vamos compartiendo, eso es importantísimo. Y recuerden que es súper importante hacer crecer la comunidad activamente, porque cuando ustedes hagan crecer la comunidad, sí, ¿qué vas a decir?
Una cosa con eso que decís.
Sí.
La gente que activamente comparta nuestros lives, etiquete como dice Clau, y esté activamente onda groupie, tipo groupie nuestros, en la DynaFest 2025 van a tener un lugar especial. No digo más que nada que eso. No digo más que nada. Así que
Spoiler
ustedes, spoiler, ustedes véanlo.
Pueden haber beneficios.
Pueden haber beneficios. No
háganlo por el interés, aunque sea.
No le estamos pasando un billetín, no. Es un incentivo que es distinto, no es lo mismo.
Claro. Por ahí alguna remerita, alguna cosita puede llegar.
No, yo digo mucho más que eso. Eso, sí, yo digo mucho más que eso. O sea, no digo nada. Digo, pero no digo nada. Siga usted, perdón por la interrupción.
No, está muy bien. Hay que incentivar a la gente porque por interés baila el mono, dice la frase. Sí, si ustedes quieren la DynaFest, muevan el culo, muchachos.
No.
Chao. No, bueno. No. Estamos, qué sé yo, a ver. Venimos con muchas idas y vueltas con Dani con respecto a la DynaFest, porque bueno, lleva mucho esfuerzo hacerla y más esfuerzo todavía llevarla a otro nivel. Entonces, no es nada fácil realmente. Uno por ahí lo ve en un evento. Le salió el de dentro a Claudio, que dice. Uno lo ve como un evento de un día, o de un momento, de lo que sea, pero lleva un nivel de preproducción gigante. Y lleva mucho trabajo que le tenemos que sacar a nuestro trabajo, a nuestras familias, atención, a nuestros amigos, a todo tiempo que nos lleva. Entonces, es hecho
Nadie nos obliga, obviamente. Nadie nos obliga.
Esto es hecho por y para la comunidad. Y de hecho, como ya le dijimos, en la DynaFest 1 no solo no sacamos ni un peso, sino que pusimos plata. Pero más allá de eso, nos gusta esto, porque es un espacio único. No hay, digamos, no existe esto en otro lado. Entonces, esto es como nuestra carta de amor hacia la comunidad, hacia todos los que nos siguen, hacia el aguante. Y bueno, por eso queremos que entre todos vaya creciendo y se vaya expandiendo, porque ahora la DynaFest siguiente no va a ser de escultura digital, va a ser de arte digital. Entonces nos vamos a estar expandiendo.
Fronteras.
Spoiler. Otro spoiler, pero bueno, ahí lo tienen. Así que prepárense, artistas digitales, porque ilustración, va a haber varias cosas ahí.
Prepárense. Voy a decir, bueno, perdón, Clau,
listo, ya está. No,
¿listo?
Gente, gracias por todo.
Una cosa importante, Clau. Tuvimos más de 120 personas mirándonos, pero solo tenemos 54 likes.
No, actualicé recién, tenemos 137. Hay que hacer.
Tiene que haber más likes. Tiene que haber más likes.
Seguro que hay alguno ahí. 143, ahí está subiendo.
Listo, ves. No dije nada. Bueno, gente, ahora sí. Gracias no solo por bancarnos y estar ahí, sino por habernos bancado en esta primera parte de Live in Broken English, que estuvo buenísimo y que lo disfrutamos. Y la gente que ahí se sumó de los coleccionistas también creo que está bueno. Recuerden que eventualmente los que son artistas acá, algún día ellos van a ser sus clientes, así que ojito al piojito porque hay que estar bien atentos ahí. Gracias, amigazo Clau, te quiero un montón, lo sabés, y estar de nuevo acá con vos me llena el alma de alegría y me motiva a que sigamos haciendo esto por mucho tiempo más.
Lo mismo, además salió muy bien este live.
Salió
Muy
muy
bien.
lindo. Y bueno, y muchas gracias a todos por estar de verdad posta un viernes acá junto con nosotros, haciéndonos el aguante a nosotros y a nuestra familia que están ahí esperándonos para terminar. Y no, gente, nos vemos la semana que viene. Vamos a estar ahí con Clausuro tirando un par de encuestitas para ir como perfilando la tercera temporada para el lado que más les gusten. Nos tiene que gustar a todos, por supuesto, pero si lo disfrutan ustedes, lo disfrutamos nosotros y viceversa, así que me parece que está mucho mejor todavía. Amigos, amigas, querido, hasta la semana que viene.
La semana que viene. Nos
vemos.
vemos. Gracias
Chau,
a
chau.
todos y a todas. Chao, chao.